Yetta, what do you say to somebody when they ask you to do something and it's during your scheduled reading time?
Sorry, I'm booked.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
And so we're thrilled and privileged that we've been able to come alongside you for over 30 years, not only selling, buying, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times, but coming alongside you to build your fun, build your faith, build your finances, build your fitness, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside your relationship. We're going to discover some fun stuff this time.
I hope so.
Some top tips that will help you apply so you can retain, reframe, and recall the things you're learning.
Wow.
Right? Because with 42% of people not reading books in North America, after they finish their formal education, we've got to figure out a way to get back because we know back to reading because we know our life is significantly better. Yep. And if we're going to invest the time and energy in reading, we might as well get the biggest result we can. Not just have fun, although I want to have fun.
So our listeners already know why they should read. They know how to make reading fun. Now let's find out what was the 3 words? Retain, reframe. And what was the third?
Recall.
Okay. Because if you're just putting it in and it's going right back out, it does affect you a little bit, but but I find the books that I've gotten the most out of, I've been able to recall or reframe or retain the information. Sometimes it's by reading it more than once.
Right. So repetition is an amazing thing. And one of the tools I use so that I don't have to read the whole book again, because I don't find that so much fun, unless it's a leisure book and it's been a long time and I'm doing it.
Before you go there, though, what does Lisa Nichols say repetition is?
Is the mother, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, and grandchild, for that matter, of learning. Yeah. It really is. You learn more when you repeat more. Repetition. Because again and again, we've learned that maybe if you read something or watch something, you might retain, they say on average, 6 to 7% of the data.
That's correct.
That's there. And so repetition is what's going to increase how much you're retaining and how much you can recall.
So the next time you do it, you retain more than another 7%. You actually go up, I think it's around 35%. Second time you go through the same information.
Which is fantastic, right? And then another great way to do it, I find, is by taking notes in the book. So when I read, I trash it. My goal is to trash the book. So, and I know some of you are saying, are you kidding me?
Yeah, some people don't even want to fold over a corner on a book.
I know. I don't do that. I've got great bookmarks. So I don't have to do that. However, I do love to trash it because now I've personalized it. Even my autographed books, I trash quite nicely.
Now tell us about trashing. What do you mean by trashing? Like you're not putting it in the garbage compactor.
No, I'm not.
You're not recycling it.
I'm not. So Caroline Leaf taught a great skill, which was if there's anything that really jumps out at you, rather than just underlining it or highlighting it, because it doesn't take as much attention to it when you do that, actually box the thing or circle the section, even if it's just a half a sentence, because it will retain more of the information when you do that extra step.
Interesting.
Right? Then I will often also write notes right in the margin of the book, not just what it says, but how it affects me. What do I want to do as a result? What's my thought that was just inspired because it's there?
And then if you've got a real inspiration on a page, how do you know how to get back to that page?
Well, in the front inside cover, I write down the page number and I write down the concept. So when I reread the book, a lot of times, I'm only reading the parts that spoke to me highly. Unless it was a great book, then I'm going to read it from cover to the end. I might read from the end to the cover. I might read the last chapter first. Like there's all kinds of things you can do to increase your personal retention and interest in reading the book.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it was John Maxwell that taught to write in the cover,
Yep.
trash up the book. And you know what I love is Andy Andrews, I've read a number of his books. He's a great reader too. So if you like audiobooks, his audiobooks are amazing.
Oh, they're awesome to listen to. He does
character voices and things. But he'll be in lineup or whatever, and he'll tear a page out of a book. If he's on a plane and he's reading a book and the good pages that have good information on, he'll just tear them out, put them in his pocket.
So then when he's bored in a lineup or whatever, he will read what is in his pocket. He'll pull it out. And you could do that with e-readers too.
And he's had some people ask him if he can have the book, because he goes, sure, but all the good parts are in my pocket.
Exactly. I love that. So memory game. That's another thing I will do. I will create acronyms for the things that I really like about a book, or especially if a book has a list like the 25 laws of influence. Well, that was 17, but whatever. A lot of John's books have lists, John Maxwell's. And so I would attach a memory game to it.
Right.
So that I can remember what the concepts are and recall. Like even Today Matters, which was one of the first books that, probably 25 years ago now, that really hit me. The 12 questions you ask yourself at the end of the day. I don't do that process anymore. I do a different process. But I could still tell you what the topics are in my questions because I put it to an acronym and a memory.
Yes. Now, one of our friends, good friends, Suzanne, she's been on the show a couple of times. We a lot of times recommend books to each other. And then now we have something to communicate about because we're both reading the same book, or she's read it and then we read it, or we've read it, then she reads it. Then there's a communication, and that helps with the retention and also the reframing, because, reframing is a little bit different. It's really, how do I take the information and maybe I tweak it a little bit, and then it affects or applies to my life better than it was in the book.
Way better.
Yeah.
Often, right?
And a lot of times when we're having those deep discussions, we're going back and forth, and then suddenly the light bulb comes on and we go, oh my goodness, I didn't realize we could apply it this way.
Because a book on one topic is often applicable in many other areas, right? It's
like the wealth formula.
I
wrote a lot of relational and life truths into it. So it's not just a financial book.
And so if you haven't already sent us an email together@deckerteam.com, to be part of the community, know that there's a book club coming up November 23rd with a mentor of ours, Diana Kokoska, wrote a book, Becoming More, which we got to pre-read, which I love, and it was wonderful. And I've already reread some of the chapters 3 times.
Yep.
The one on energy, I couldn't get enough of.
Yeah. Was that chapter 18?
Yes.
So if you're thinking, hey, I want to join this book club on November 23rd, then jump on Amazon.ca and order your book. It's by Diana Kokoska, and it's called Becoming More.
Exactly. So another way to get more retention is hyper-focus. And I can do that by speeding up the audiobook or becoming a speed reader. You can do it both in the written word or in the audible, because you've got to be more attentive, or better yet, read at the same time as you're listening.
Oh, yeah, that's powerful. Joe
Stump taught us that. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Okay, so here's the truth. We would love to connect more with you. And you can do that by emailing us your top 3 picks of books. I won't guarantee we're going to read them, but we might. We might have read them, and we might want to read them. So thank you. We're grateful that you've joined us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together we've got this.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward.